big place, you know, where they will have gladiators fighting animals and stuff like that. And the whole Anatolian where all the Philistines was supported by two big poles. So by taking down them two big poles, the whole Anatolia came collapsing and basically killed all of them. Right? All the Philistines that was in that Anatolia, so Israel was delivered in that time. Right? So it says, and it came to pass when their hearts were merry, which means they were drinking, when they were tipsy, when they were drunk, right? When their hearts were merry, that they said, call for Samson, that he may make us sport, which means to make them feel good, watch some sports, like watching them fight lions and stuff like that, Right? Make them happy, Right? So it says, call for Samson that he may make us sport, and they call for Samson of the prison house, and he made them sport. And they set him between the pillars, right? So they put him between the two pillars, right? And Samson said unto the lad that held him by the hand, suffer me that I may feel the pillar whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines, and all the rulers of the Philistines, all the lords. Right? Were there, and there were upon the roof 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made sport. So it was a lot of people, a lot of Philistines, 3,000. He slew a couple thousand already, and now he's going to slew another 3,000 there. You understand? So that was the deliverance, and that's spiritual power right there. And Samson called unto the Most High and said, O Lord power, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee, only this once, O power, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my two eyes. Right? And Samson took hold of the two middle pillars upon which the house stood, on which it was borne up one with his right hand, and of the other with his left. And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell on the Lord and upon all the people that were therein. So he died. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life. Right? And his brethren and all the house of his father came down and took him and brought him up and buried him between Sorah and Eshtaol in the burying place of Manoah his father, and he judged Israel 20 years. Right? Right. So basically, that was spiritual power right here, as you can see. That was spiritual power right there that Samson had. Understand? We're going to go to Exodus. Right, because we're going to get spiritual power. So I'm trying to show you that our forefathers back then had spiritual power. But this time we're going to be superhuman, because this time we're going to be able to fly. We're going to be able to go do a lot of crazy, a lot of things, you know, like going out in space, you know, float around, you know. You know what spiritual power is? You can do anything with spiritual power, you know? So be able to talk to the animals and stuff like that. You know? So now, I'm going to show you that Moses also has spiritual power. Because Moses brought plagues of locusts to Egypt. He brought plagues of he turned the water into blood. He turned the staff into a snake. He killed the firstborn of Pharaoh, his son. Yeah, he did a lot of things, you know. He did a lot of things. Right? So we're gonna show you that he has spiritual power, because he even split the Red Sea. So we're gonna go into it. Right? Exodus 14, 19 to 31. Right? And I'm going to show you how Moses split the Red Sea. Right? And it says, right? Exodus 14 and 19. It says, and the angel of the Lord which went before the camp of Israel removed and went behind them, and the pillar of cloud went from before them, from before their face, and stood behind them. Right? And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them. So like it says, and it was a cloud of and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these. Right? So basically, for the Egyptian, it was pure darkness for them, and for us, the chariot at night and the lights, you know, because the chariots got lights in them, you know. They shine these big, huge lights, you know. I mean, that's how we get guided, you know, by big UFO, you know. They have big lights, you know. Right? So that the one came not near the other all night. So, you know, so basically that was separated us, you know. So that the one come not near unto the other. Right? And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea. And the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind. Right? So it says right here, and Moses stretched out his hand over the sea. And the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. So as you can see, that's spiritual power, because Moses caused the sea to split. It says, and Moses stretched out his hand, that's spiritual power. Right? It says over the sea. Over the sea he stretched out his hand. Right? And what happened after that? Over the sea to go back by a strong wind. Right? By a strong wind all that night. and made the sea dry, and the waters was divided, and made the sea dry, and the water was divided. So basically what happened is when he split the water, and we were walking through it, right? But we're going to it just now. Right? And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea, onto the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. So basically when we were walking, the sea was just like a big wall of water, you know, and when we were walking through, we saw all these mystery creatures, you know, because the Lord said that in the middle of the ocean there's so much wondrous, incredible, big and small creatures, you understand? So when we were walking through the big creatures, those strange animals saw we, the Israelites, walking through, and they was actually watching us when we was actually crossing through the Red Sea, right? When I'm out through the Gulf of Suez, right? All the mysterious animals that we never seen in our life saw the children of Israel walking through the midst of the sea, right? Right? And it says, and the children of Israel, verse 22, and the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea, onto dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Right? And the Egyptian pursued and went after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptian. I will read that again, right? And it came to pass that the Lord in the morning and it came to pass that in the morning watch the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptian through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptian, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drive them heavily, so that the Egyptian said, let us flee from the face of Israel. The Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. Right? And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the water may come again upon the Egyptian, upon the chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, right, over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength. When the morning appeared, the Egyptian fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptian in the midst of the sea. Right? Where you from, man? Where you from? Where you from? Somalia? Huh? Ethiopia? Yemen? Where you from? Eritrea? Okay. You're a Hamite, huh? You're a Hamite. You're a Ham, you're Ham. You're a Hamite, yeah. You know Kush, Ethiopia? Kush? Descended from Ham, you're a Hamite. Alright, but you and your people went to slavery, yeah? I said you and your people are going into slavery. Because the Africans enslaved my people was in West Africa, right? And the white man came with the boats, and the Muslim came, and the Africans catch us, sold us to the white man. The Muslim built the boat and brought us to the other side of America because the Israelites. And according to the Bible, your people will have to pay for that. Very soon. Y'all gonna go to